The following content is brought to you with funding from the Universal Service Fund USF via its local digital content development initiative. Enjoy the show.
Pitching your business idea to a potential investor as well as networking can be very challenging. In today's episode, we're going to go through some of the tips that you can use when networking and also pitching your idea to investors. Our episode is sponsored by Universal Service Fund, a subsidiary by Maur and the government of Malawi. Let's start with networking. What are some of the key points that you need to know when you want to network as an entrepreneur? First of all, you need to understand your goal and know your stakeholders. For instance, you're someone who's in agriculture business. You want to network. That means you have to build your network along the agriculture sector. So, know that the stakeholders that I'm looking for or the potential people that I want to have in my network, they go to, let's say, agriculture fairs. So those are the kinds of events that you should be looking forward to. Whenever you hear that there's an agricultural fair, you need to go there because you'll not only be able to learn what other competitors are doing in the market. At the same time, you might be able to find potential investors for your business, even other people that might give you business. So know your goal and know your stakeholders and know where to find them. So sit down, do some research of where your stakeholders are and go there and find them. So such networking events that have to do with the agriculture part, that means those are important for your network as someone who's in the agriculture business. The other thing that you need to know as an entrepreneur is that you need to make it a point for you to go to networking events. There are so many networking events that are happening out there. It's not just an event about networking. Sometimes it can be a conference about a certain company. So if those, since you've known your stakeholders, you know your goal, you know where your stakeholders are, make it a point now to join them in their networks. If they have a conference, go there because at those conferences, you'll be able to have a one-on-one chat with different kinds of people. And that will help you get a number or two, even three, even know about the kinds of offers that they are doing currently that might help you as a business person. So make it a point for you to be able to go to networking events and not just rely on, let's say, social media or referrals. No. So make it a point for you to always go to networking events as an entrepreneur. A tip that I've learned throughout the years is that in networking, there are givers and there are takers. And if you're a startup entrepreneur, it is really important for you to be a giver. What am I trying to say? There are times when, I'll give an example of you just graduated and you're looking for a job. So you go to networking events where you're able to meet potential employers. So let's say they're looking for a graphic designer or they have a graphic designer, but the services are not as fluent. They have a lot of work. You might offer your services for free. You might say, okay, I'm going to help you with this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. The more you do that for your potential employers, the more they get to see you. And when you want to shoot that, okay, can you at least give me a job or I'm looking for a job? Do you mind giving me an internship? That wouldn't be a problem. Why? Because you've given them enough and now it's hard for them to just say no. So it is a tip that I've seen that it works for me and for other people as well in the field. So as an entrepreneur or a startup entrepreneur, it's important for you to learn the idea of giving first. You might give your products or say, okay, can you please try my product? Or if you have another one, you say, oh, can you try my product? This is a new product. The next time you go to that person's office to sell them a product, it's very hard for them to say, no, I can't buy this. Why? Because you've given them at least some free products before that. So know the act of giving first before you ask for something for a big business deal. Start with small deals because you know that if the small deals go on smoothly, if you go for a big one, it's going to be easy for you to get such deals. So that's something that you should use whenever you're going into networking. As for me, as I'm being made to go to events alone, and I believe that seeing a day come in Mwanga Manyazi just to walk into an event all alone because you start looking around, is there anyone I know? Is there something like that I can talk to? But see, it's normal to feel like that. So one of the tips that you can use to make sure kuti mukapita ku event uzangofika nkubwerera. There were some times where I could drive to say BICC. I know that there's a conference that's going to be very important for me as an entrepreneur to attend. But just seeing the people that are on the entrance, I'll just say, I'm going back home. So it's not just for me. And I know that there are also people out there who are also shy when it comes to public places. So one of the tips that I can share with you is that go to events with a partner. If you're a business person and you know that umaganiga to approach people on your own, go there with a partner. Your partner can be someone that you're doing business with, or if you're an entrepreneur that's also trying to establish a good network for themselves. So you can tag them around, tell them, let's go to this networking event. I feel like it's going to be important for us. We are going to learn some insights on our businesses as well as meet new people that can help us with our business. Going to an event with a partner, for instance, in my case, has helped me a lot because no matter we figure at a conference, we say hi to someone, the person is busy talking to us, we're getting to know him or getting to know her. We are telling him about our business. They're also giving us insights on their business. At the same time, as we are talking, if we couldn't have approached them on our own, they're busy introducing us to that person as well. At the same time, my colleague has moved, and I'm already done here talking to two people. My colleague is talking to other person there. I go there and join them. We are also getting to know that person. So that kind of tactic has helped us to at least get to know several people whenever we go to networking events, as compared to what I would do just to talk to two people maximum when I go to an event and then I leave. No. But these days when I go to networking events, I'm able to talk to a lot of people because I'm not alone and I have so much confidence because just having the idea that, okay, there's someone with me, talking alone is kind of difficult for me as compared to when I'm with someone else. So if you know that you have a challenge when it comes to establishing conversations, always go to networking events with a partner. The other tip that you can use when going to networking events is that you need to know the angle to the heart of your network. You might go to a networking event, let's say, that has to do with the agriculture sector, as you said. You know that the person that you want to invest in your business is mostly focused on using soya, or he sells soya, he makes other products from soya. So when you're approaching that person with your business idea, you know that, okay, I'm going to center my conversation into this. I'm going to started with the business in the soya industry. How is it doing and everything else? What can I know about soya? Everything else. So your network is going to be interested because, okay, this person that I'm talking to knows the things that I do, or at the same time, my ideas of Fanana, at least we're interested in the same thing. So whenever you're done listening or you're done pitching your ideas or you're done telling them about your business, they are going to be able, it's going to be easier for them to teach you or to tell you about other potential opportunities out there. Or it's going to be easier for them to just say, okay, let me give you my contact. We should continue this conversation. It's going to be easier because they know that you're interested in similar things. So know the way to the heart of your network, because it's going to help you to make the conversation more interesting than just walking into them and then starting to know them from point 0 to a 10. No. So always make it a key factor that, okay, if I'm approaching someone, let me at least know a thing or two about that person before I approach them. The other tip that you can use when going to networking events is that you need to be genuine and be a good listener. Sometimes people are just looking for someone who can listen to them, someone who shows them interest, who shows that their ideas are not useless. They want someone to give them a listening ear and also give them comments on their ideas. So sometimes you might meet an investor or a potential investor, but that investor just has something just to let out. Be there. Be very attentive, be genuine, give them comments or what you think about the ideas, have a proper conversation, because that way you also you are also trying to build a genuine relationship with someone because you have offered them a listening ear. And after that, don't just be a good listener. Try to keep in touch. Keep in touch regularly. Go check on them. You might get a business card or a contact after. Call them. Say, okay, I just wanted to follow up on how your business is doing, and what do you think I can do in my business, or I'm doing this with my business, and I would like to get some insight from you. What do you think this can? What do you think I can do to boost my business, or what do you think I can do about this particular problem? So keeping in touch regularly also helps you to make sure that you build your connection or your network very well. You just haven't been someone who listens, but at the same time, you're also someone who's trying to continue the communication. So that also helps you to have a longer networking relationship. The last tip that I'm going to share with you is that you need to always have your contact with you. Have a business card if you whenever you're going to networking events. There are times when exchanging numbers can be a little bit hard, or asking for someone's number can be like, okay, feel a number or something. So you can just pull out a business card and give it to them. Business cards are very cheap. You can have them done on your own. You don't need to wait for your company to do them. You as an individual that's looking for funding, or that's looking for a good network around them, you can just get your business cards done. You can even design a simple one on Canva or something like that. And whenever you go to such events, you are able to share your business cards. So always have a business card with you, your contact details, your email addresses, your website. If you have a website, that is, put it out there and give it to as many people as you can, because that's gonna help them to also remember you, because a card is more, you can say it. You can say it. They can see it whenever they're looking at their wallet or something like that, as compared to their phone. You can have so many contacts that you have even forgotten that you have. So always have a business card with you. It is very important for you. We have gone to this networking event. We have met someone who is a potential investor in our business. We need to pitch our business to them in a short time, because these networking events, you need to convince someone to say that, okay, I'm going to fund in this person's business, or I'm going to give you an audience. You can tell me more about your business. So to do that, you need a simple pitch that you can be able to explain in a minute, in 60 seconds. What do you need to tell someone who's a potential investor so that they should be interested in your business? So the basic thing about the elevator pitch, they call it that because they assume that, okay, you're in an elevator, you're going to the top floor, or you're going down, and then let's imagine and then I say, okay, this guy has the potential to invest in my business. So let me tell him the things that he needs to know. Let me get his attention for him to say that, you know what, come to my office and tell me more about your business. So let's look at the tips on how we can make our elevator pitch perfect. First of all, you need to introduce yourself and your business. Tell this person what you do, what your business focuses on. For instance, we can say that you have an application that helps farmers or people who do gardening to identify problems that their plants have. So you're solving different kinds of problems that plants do have by you're trying to solve that problem by developing, let's say, an application, and that app, someone can just scan their plant or take a picture of their plant, and then it tells them the kind of problems that the plant has and how they can solve those kind of problems. So you need to tell this person all that, or make it simple, simplify it in a minute. It has to go in the minute that you're going to pitch to this person. So if you have 3 minutes, lucky for you, or 5 minutes, lucky for you, but simplify it as much as you can. But at the same time, it should be able to give them a proper picture of what your business does. Second of all, you need to tell them how much you're looking for. It's very important for you to tell an investor exactly how much you're looking for. You can start with a higher amount, or you can go to with the actual perfect amount that you're looking for. The higher amount is because usually investors do negotiate. They'll tell you that, okay, you're looking for 2 million. I can only afford 500,000. So if you start with a higher amount, at least it's going to be, when it comes to negotiating, it's going to be it's not going to be as hard as you expected it, because the amount is going to be at least relevant to what you were exactly looking for. But also make sure that you don't overcharge, because you need to balance it up. Say that, okay, with my business, with what I'm telling this person, if I tell them this amount, it's going to make sense. So always tell them the amount that you're looking for. At the same time, you need to know that investors are interested on figures. So if I'm investing in your business, yeah, you're telling me that, okay, you have an application that farmers can use to identify the kind of issues that their plants have. Even if people, they can be using this application to just say that, okay, I think Malwanga in Duvurabode, I can do with them using this. So this application is able to do all this. Okay, so how much am I going to get out of it? So investors are interested in numbers. If I'm investing in something, it means I'm looking could they raise a profit by the end of the day. So tell them how much the business is gonna generate, let's say after a month or after 2 months or even after a year. So if they invest 1 million, you tell them, okay, by the end of the year, at least you're gonna have 10 million or you're gonna have 100 million from this investment that you're going to make. So tell them the amounts. Be precise. Be specific. Tell them that, okay, according to the amount that we have been making so far, if you put this, these are the kinds of sales that we're going to get. So investors are always interested in numbers. Tell them the amounts that they're going to get out of what they're investing currently. Always remember that these investors are business people. They have done business before, and they know how business is like out there. So if they're investing, they need to know how much are you currently making, because they need to know the potential that your business has. Okay, so I would like me, if I had money, I would say that if I wanted to invest in a certain particular business, I wouldn't to get a offer. No, I would need to know first of all, but okay, what kind of profits are you making? How much do you currently have? So you need to have all that detailed, have that information if you would, okay, this is how much we are currently making. Or you can say, well, okay, in the previous year that we traded, we made 50 million profits. Or in the previous year, we weren't able to make profits. That investors know that they are always interested in investing in a business that's making profits. If it's a business that's not making profit, it should be very interesting for them. It should be very convincing for them to invest in it. That most of the times they want to invest in a business that's making profits. So tell them the amount that you currently have, the profits, the revenue that you currently have as a business person, because this information is going to give them insight that, okay, you may invest suri sibirira isabira even in larger numbers. So always make it a point to explain that when you're pitching an elevator pitch. The other thing that you need to explain to your potential investors is explain to them about the market. How are you going to support competition? Who are your competitors? And how good is your product that people will leave the other products and come to use your product or your services? So tell them that, okay, according to the performance that we have currently in the market, these are the people that are doing better, or we are going towards these kind of competitors by doing this. And if we implement these strategies, or with the kind of strategies that we are currently using, we're going to be ahead of competition by this kind of percentage. So tell them, good, okay, these are the strategies that we are currently using, or this is how the market is currently. And this is how we are going to go across our competition, because there are people that will need to know that, okay, the market that you're telling me to invest in, okay, there are people that are already doing well in that kind of market. And these are the people that I know of. So tell me what strategy you have, or what kind of plan that you currently have to win over this market. So have that information ready with you when you're doing your pitch. The other thing that you need to explain to your potential investors is how big the market is. What's the size of the market? Because as an investor, I would want to know, okay, how many potential buyers do we have out there? So you can tell them, okay, the market that's out there, let's say it's 2 billion, or we have 10 million people that are potential users of this product that we want to be selling. So tell them the size of the market, and then tell them the kind of people that are currently your customers, or the number of people that are currently using the products in general, including your competitors. So if you give them a picture of how big the market is, it can also interest them to say that, okay, I'm not just going to invest my money, but also I'm going to invest even my knowledge on how you can get to a lot of people. Also, when you're telling them the size of the market, you can tell them about the repeatable rate, because there are some products where when you buy, you don't need to get another one, or the time that you get another one is going to be maybe a year or two from now. So you need to tell them the repeat rate of the product that you're selling. Say that, okay, our products, let's say if you buy them today, you can use it for like a month, and then you have to come and buy again. And then you're telling them that the size of the market is currently at 10 million. So if they'll do mathematics there, they'll be like, okay, if the size of the market is at 10 million, and the level of repeat is at, let's say, twice in 2 months, that means we are already at 20 million. So those kinds of figures, or the size of the market, is also one of the things that can be very important for an investor to say that, okay, it seems like they have a sizable market that we can work with. So also have that kind of information as part of your pitch. The other thing that you need to make sure of is that you need to tell your investors that you're 100% in the business. I don't want to spend my money where their other foot is in there and the other one is out there. No, they want to invest in someone that they know is putting in so much effort into making this kind of business that they are pitching about work. So always tell them that you're 100% in the business. You can't tell them that, okay, I dedicate 20% of my time into the business and the 80% is at the office. No, they usually don't invest in such, because that's a risk for them. So they want someone who is 100% in the business. So always be 100% in the business. If you're not that, always have a team that's very 100% in the business, a team that you can count on. And you need to tell them that, okay, at the business 80% of the time. And the time I'm not there, my team is always working and I'm always communicating with my team on this. Tell them the kind of team that you have, the kind of people that you have on your team, and all the efforts that you're doing to make this work. Because if they also know that, okay, the effort that's being put in this is very big, it's not what I was imagining, it's also going to convince them to be like, I think this is something that I can invest on, because it seems like these people are into this kind of business. The other thing that you need to ensure of is to make sure that you are specific with what you're looking for. Be very specific. Are you looking for money? Tell them that, okay, this is the amount that I'm looking for. Are you looking for investing in terms of insight, or you know that, okay, this person is very smart, or they have done this business for years, and if they give me their knowledge, or if they were able to guide me, if they were able to be part of our team, they would it would boost my business. So be specific on what you're looking for. So if it's an investment in terms of money, tell them that, okay, this is I'm looking for money, and this is the amount that I'm looking for. If it's an investment in terms of that person's insight, you also need to tell them, okay, this is I'm just looking for your insight in my business. So you can be giving us insight, you can be guiding us, our business, you can be as a consultant in our business. In return, you're going to get this. Or if you're investing 1 million, you're going to get this much in return. If you're investing your time in our business, let's say you're going to have a 1% share of our business. So be very specific. Always have your message tailored specifically for this person, and tell them what they are getting by the end of the business and what exactly it is that you're looking for, money or just insight or consultancy. Tell them that, okay, this is the kind of investment that we are looking for. A tip that I need to share with you people is that you always need to remember that investors are just people. They're just people, just like you and me. The only difference is they are richer and they are on a certain level, but they're just people. So don't be afraid to pitch to them, approach them. They also get scared when it comes to meeting other people. So approach them, start a conversation with them. They are normal people. They are not monsters or something like that. No, despite their whole money and everything else, despite being a celebrity, despite having 100 employees behind them or 1,000 employees, they are just people. So always be confident. Have a proper conversation with them. Approach them. Have a laugh with them. Usarukufika and mangwamba kunjenjemera before you start explaining your ideas. No. Be very open with them. Have a normal conversation with them. It's normal to be scared. Yes, but always remember that the people that we are pitching to, or the people we are trying to get on our side, so be very confident with them, be very open with them. If they can't invest in you, it's okay. It's okay to fail, but go again. Don't give up. Always go back. Always push until you get what you're looking for. It's very important for you to know that we might not get it all at the beginning, but if you are very dedicated, if you put in so much effort in what you're looking for, you end up getting it. So, always remember that that's all we had for you in today's episode. I would like to thank our sponsors, Universal Service Fund, a subsidiary by Macra and the government of Malawi, for sponsoring this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.